Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, let's just be brutally honest right out of the gate. There's a really high chance you're currently paying for a whole stack of AI tools, and it is definitely not cheap. But today, we're going to look at some absolutely fascinating new developments that could make every single one of those expensive subscriptions completely obsolete. We're diving into how incredibly powerful, free, open source tools can step up and replace almost everything you're paying for right now, all running straight off your own machine. So, to really understand why this is such a massive game-changing shift, you just have to look at the sheer cost of things right now. The monthly expenses for AI have absolutely skyrocketed. I mean, casual users are easily dropping a few $100 a month without even thinking about it. Power users, independent creators, they can easily burn through thousands. And companies, some of them are bleeding up to $50,000 every single month just on AI subscriptions for images, video, coding, and agents. It's an absolute fortune. But as you'll see, that bleeding can stop today. All right, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to start with the zero-code secret, then jump into free video and images, tackle audio and private meetings, explore infinite coding and fuel, and we'll wrap it all up with the ultimate creator studios. Number 1, the zero-code secret. Let's dive into this. Listen, the absolute biggest misconception about open source AI is that you need to be some sort of master programmer to use it. You absolutely do not. You literally need zero coding knowledge to run these heavy-duty tools locally on your computer. Here is the golden rule, the incredibly simple 3-step trick that makes everything we're talking about today possible. You don't have to mess with command lines, you don't do complicated software builds, it's just this. You copy the tool's GitHub link, you paste it over to a coding agent like Codex, and you just tell the agent to install it. That's it. The AI checks your storage, downloads the files, and builds the whole application for you. Basically, if you know how to copy and paste, you already have all the technical skills you need. Moving right along to number 2, free video and images. Now that we actually know how to install these things, let's look at some visually stunning generation tools that are seriously rivaling the top paid platforms out there. We've got 3 visual heavyweights to look at. First is Open Montage for full end-to-end video production, then Ideogram 4.0 for images with flawless text generation, and finally, Easy Diffusion for a one-click local image studio. And remember, you can run all of these on your PC for absolutely zero cost. Now, what's really incredible here is the sheer raw power of Open Montage. By feeding it just this one single sentence, asking for a 40-second cinematic video about a lightning storm over the ocean using real footage, Open Montage literally acted like a full-blown production agency. It went straight to the internet, researched real storm clips, cut them all together with these beautiful soft crossfades, color-graded the footage to make it dark and moody, and even added custom storm sound design. But get this, it didn't stop there. It actually went and researched the science of thunderstorms, wrote its very own explainer script, and generated a calm, documentary-style voiceover to go with it, all perfectly mixed together. Literally one sentence in, full video out. It's wild. And when we're talking about still images, we all know AI usually spits out complete alien gibberish when you ask for specific text, right? Well, not Ideogram 4.0. You give it a highly specific prompt, like asking for a moody, cinematic shot of an old, vintage typewriter with the words Chapter 1 typed on the paper, and it nails the words perfectly, every single letter. It is directly competing with the paid giants, but it's operating fully open source. Oh, and if you just want a really clean, simple browser interface for local images with absolutely zero code involved, a tool called Easy Diffusion lets you generate something like an astronaut riding a horse in just one click, locally on your PC. All right, number 3, audio and private meetings. Let's see how this builds. Transitioning away from the visual stuff, next up we have VoiceBox and Meetly. Normally, these kinds of things are premium, top-tier services, especially voice cloning, where platforms will literally charge you real money for every single character you generate. These 2 tools step in and replace those super expensive and, honestly, sometimes privacy-invading services entirely. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why local tools are so important. When you compare cloud services to local alternatives, the difference is just striking. Think about popular tools like Fireflies or Granola. They're paid, sure, but they also send all your private meeting audio up to a cloud server somewhere. If you're a lawyer on a confidential client call or, say, a doctor discussing a patient, that is a massive privacy risk. Meetly solves this completely. It listens locally, it runs small, efficient models like Qwen and Gemma right there on your machine, and it generates full transcripts and summaries without your data ever leaving your device. Perfectly private, perfectly free. Oh, and VoiceBox? It runs entirely locally too. cloning your exact voice from just a short audio clip so you can generate infinite voiceovers on demand. Number 4, infinite coding and fuel. So to tap into real developer-level power, you essentially need two things. First is the brain, which is NVIDIA's Neontron 3 Ultra, a staggering 550 billion parameter open-source model. The second is OmniRoot, which acts as the ultimate free gateway, giving you the infinite fuel to ensure your AI agents literally never run out of juice. To put that brain into perspective, look at this. When NVIDIA's Neontron model was asked to build an EMI calculator in a single HTML file that you could just open on a computer with 0 servers, the results were honestly mind-blowing. It didn't just spit out a block of code, it wrote the HTML, checked its own output for errors, actually found a mistake, fixed it autonomously, and then presented a flawlessly working EMI calculator. We're talking sliders, a donut chart, and a full 20-year repayment breakdown. That is a 550 billion parameter brain doing all the heavy lifting and critical thinking for you. But here's the catch. Running an agent that incredibly smart burns through tokens fast, which usually costs a whole lot of money. And that is exactly where OmniRoot comes in. It gives you a massive 1.6 billion free tokens every single month. It acts as this invisible gateway, quietly routing your API requests across 236 different free tier providers behind the scenes. If one provider hits a limit, it just automatically falls back to another one without you even noticing. Your agent gets unlimited fuel and you never, ever see a bill. Number 5, the Ultimate Creator Studios. For our final and honestly most powerful category, we're taking all of these incredible separate capabilities we just talked about, the video, the images, the audio, the code, and we're combining them into massive all-in-one studio replacements. Open Generative AI becomes your central hub. Palmyra Pro steps in as a fully open-source Mac video editor where an AI agent can actually reach in and touch your editing timeline directly to add captions or lay down music. And Hyperframes, it takes coding and pushes it to an entirely new visual level. To truly validate the sheer unrestricted scale of a tool like Open Generative AI, consider this. This one local dashboard packs over 200 elite models inside it. We're talking the biggest names in the space: Flux for images, Sora and Kling for video, VOO for audio. It even includes specialized lip syncing and body swapping tools. It is quite literally like taking every single paid platform on the internet and jamming it into one free app that runs right on your computer. And for true high-end motion graphics, Hyperframes just completely changes the game. When given a highly specific prompt about 2 thick ribbons of liquid glass and chrome twisting and colliding in slow motion, the AI agent Codex got to work. It wrote the code, quietly opened a browser in the background, rendered every single frame one by one, and stitched together a stunning, hyper-realistic 8K MP4 video. It literally delivered agency-level motion graphics directly from code without a human ever once having to open up After Effects. So the crucial point we really want to drive home today is this. The gap between having a cool idea in your head and actually building it out for real in the world is basically gone. The financial and technical barriers that used to hold creators, businesses, and developers back, they simply do not exist anymore. These localized, zero-cost open-source AI tools have completely and totally democratized high-end production and development for everyone. And that brings us to our final thought. The incredible toolset we've explored today really proves that the only limit left is your own imagination. The powerful tools are there, the tokens are free, and the complex code is written for you. So it's time to grab those GitHub links, fire up your local agents, and start bringing your biggest, most ambitious ideas to life today. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer, and we will definitely see you next time.